So I've made a tutorial for this category in the past. That was about a year ago now, and a lot has changed, so there's a lot of strats that need updating. Probably, honestly, most like boss fights and manips. Every single manip has changed. And most of the boss fights are manips, so... There's a lot of... most of the strategies are easier and faster. So even if you're new to the Manticore route, these are worth learning. Let's hop right in. I'm gonna be very brief when it comes to the movement. I want to focus... I'll go over the movement briefly, and I'll just show you how to do it in the moment, but I'm gonna focus more on the manips and such. And the first manip right here is Baselard Manip. This had a major glow up. So this used to be a frame perfect. And then there was a 2-frame setup. And now there's, I don't even know how many frames the setup is. It's pretty much free. So how you do it is you slash 3 times in the first room. Just like that. And then you want to throw a spear pretty much anywhere on these stairs. Just make sure you don't jump too high when you throw it, because you need to be on the ground to throw your second spear, like right here. So just throw it anywhere here, but make sure you don't jump too high. And what you want to do is throw a spear here, here, here. And you can see I got the double drop there, but that first manip, or that first Baselard, is frame perfect. It's the second Baselard that you're aiming for. Let me show you that again. Super easy. Just there, there, there. So the 2 spears that matter are, I like to throw one right here, and then like on the edge of this pile. The throws have to be pretty quick. But there you go, Baselard every time. And then if you want more experience, right when you hit this pillar, you can just throw another spear and you'll get 1 or 2 zombie kills right there. But you really don't need that experience. It's just swag. And there you go, simple enough. Moving on here, make sure you jump around these edges. It is slightly faster. Throw a spear at the the Gravekeeper. I am on Japanese, by the way. But I'll tell you the order you want to be menuing, so it doesn't matter. All the manips are the same on Japanese as well. So for this room, what I like to do is backdash after the skeleton, then jump and throw it at this guy. And then there's space to backdash in between here. And then right after you jump over this guy, you can just throw a spear at that last skeleton. So then you go back. And do it again. Or you can just jump over them. It really does not matter. There's how I would do that. And then you can come in here, equip Baselard, that's just right to the right, and then sleep. Alright, so here's a new Creaking skull as well. So you're going to backdash 4 times in the first room, and then before you enter the Creaking skull room, you're going to slash the air, and then after you enter the Creaking skull room, you're going to slash, and then time a spear throw, and then immediately after you throw the spear, you're going to Baselard. And that Baselard, you're going to use it very early, but the hitbox will be out long enough that you'll hit the Creaking skull with it. So let me show you that once now. For these last 2 backdashes, make sure you do it after this candle, just to make sure you don't mess with the RNG. Oh, also, before you kill the Creaking skull, you need to miss 1 more hit. And that hit needs to be like... It doesn't really matter where you miss. It just needs to be like after the 3rd hit or so. So like you could miss 3, then miss. You could hit 3, then miss, hit 4, then miss, hit 5, then miss. It really doesn't matter. Just miss before you kill him. I will show you that one more time. Make sure these backdashes are long. You can also jump out of them, but that is a little bit risky. So yeah, a couple pitfalls with this one is just, yeah, it's inconsistent to backdash before this candle, because if you turn around for too long and then backdash, that'll just mess up the RNG. But if you do it over here, that's not a concern. So it just makes it more consistent. Yeah, if you wanted, you could jump out of these. It's just a little bit harder. And then if your spear throw is too early here, sometimes your Baselard hit will miss if it's immediately after. Where I like to aim for the spear throw is roughly like here. Just while I'm like past the upper ridge of this background thing, but like on the gray brick. It's like the throw right there. This won't work, of course, but that's what I'm aiming for. Now let me try to show you my Baselard hit being too late. I want to try to show a couple of pitfalls here if I can. Once you know what you're doing with this one, it's a little bit hard to mess it up. Okay, here we go. So I did stuff a little bit too late there, so we did a fireball. Generally, it's pretty easy to tell if you're too early or too late. That's perfect. All right. And then you want to come down here, grab the flying armor. You can just do this movement I'm showing you now. Try to kill one of those bats. And then make sure you throw a spear at this flying armor canister. Throwing the spear at this canister is actually faster than jumping up on the ledge and backdashing into it and hitting it and collecting it immediately. And when you throw the spear, you actually want to just stay next to the wall in the water. It's not faster to jump up on the ledge. And you can throw the spear fairly early and still get the canister. Even if you throw it a little bit too early and miss, you can just throw another one. You don't really need the MP. And yeah, you can just stay right here in the water. And then right after that, you want to menu to equip it, which is menuing down right here. And then sleep. So you can get out here faster. We're gonna come up here, and you can use flying armor for any of this platforming you want. MP is not tight here, so. You can jump over this guy, jump over this guy. And these ledges here, so ledges in this game are like magnetic. So if you're, the edges of ledges, I should say, are magnetic. So if you're like, if you're barely missing this jump, you see I'm like clipping up even though I'm below it. You want to like slightly undershoot these ledges to clip up because it's faster. It's like I like to try to be right here and then clip up. You see how hard I clip up, it's super easy. And then you can go. Here, let me make a save state here. I'll just show you this room in its entirety. I'll show you two strategies for this room, depending on your experience route, because there is an experience route that is slightly faster. Also, if this skeleton gets in your way, like he's staying in front of the ledge, you can just kill him. It's quick enough. Jump over. Kill that guy. Be below this ledge and then clip up. And you can do a big jump all the way to the crow. And just kill it. And then right here, this is where the ledge forgiveness saves a lot of time. Because normally what you would do is just like slowly jump up. What you can do instead is you can do it really fast like that if you're good at it. Let me show you the other movement. You throw a spear at each of these skeletons and kill them. That helps your experience route because you can save time after Manticore if you have enough experience. I'll talk about that when we get there. There's different movement here as well, depending on your experience route. So what you can do is just jump up on this ledge, jump over this guy, jump over this guy, and then you're good. Or you can jump up here, and when you get to this panel, you hit it. Sorry. Do that again. You hit it and then backdash, and then you jump out of the backdash and throw a spear, and it'll hit that guy's feet, and it should hit him twice, and then when you reach him, you can just slash him, and that helps the experience route. And And for this room, just kind of jump over everything. And here is a fairly difficult jump right here, even with flying armor. So a couple ways you can approach this is lining yourself up right here with this little thing in between Soma's feet, and you press backdash and jump on the same frame, and then just immediately hold right. That should have it work every time for you. Or what you can do is you can just be approaching it and then just go for it. The way you get extra distance in the air in this game is by not immediately holding right, actually. You want to delay your right press. So if you're doing this strategy right here where you have the perfect lineup, if you immediately hold right, it still works. But you're cutting off your distance a lot. Let me kill this guy. What you want to do instead is, after you jump, don't hold right immediately. Delay it, and then hold right. You see how much distance I got there. So what that lets you do is you can backdash from like all the way over here and then still make it. Like, look at that. I was so far away from the ledge and I still made it. It's all about delaying the right press after you jump. So yeah, if you're really good at this, you can just be gunning it with backdashes and then just immediately go for it. Or go for the lineup if you're less confident. Either way is perfectly fine. And for this room, what you want to do is you want to walk off the ledge a little bit here, and as soon as you're like down the stairs slightly, you want to jump and use flying armor, because you want to land on this guy's back without him walking forward. This guy is the like thing slowing down this room. So the quicker you can get him to turn around, the faster. And the fastest way to get him to turn around is immediately landing on his back. The pitfall of this strategy is if you jump too early, you're gonna like bonk your head on this corner, and then it just gets screwed up. So just make sure you're a little bit down the stairs and then do it. And land on his back, jump up. Make sure you jump up immediately, because if you take too long jumping up, he will keep walking forward like that. So immediately jump off his back. Make sure you jump on the later half of his back, or even right on the middle, or else he won't walk backwards. And the lineup you want to go for here, for the zip, the trick to this zip is standing on the correct spot on his back. Because let's say you're standing like, I don't know, here. This will barely work. Like, that barely works. I almost didn't get enough distance there. The further you are on his back, the more distance you're going to get. So here I'm going to get a ton of distance. Like, you can see that's almost too far, but this will still work. But if I'm like all the way over here, that's no good. You have to do some kind of backup here, which I don't even know how to do. I think you like walk to the second stair and then hold right. Yeah, something like that. I don't even know. So anywhere, if you see like this part of his armor, you want to be on this or to the left of it to be in the perfect spot. And then as soon as he turns around, you just backdash, and then you'll be in the perfect spot. And after you zip, if you're in the right spot, you just fall and then immediately hold right. And that's how to get this every single time. So this is a little iffy, but I think this still works actually. You don't want to be right on the armor. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, you don't want to be right on the like chink in the armor. You want to be slightly to the left of it. And then backdash right when he turns around. And then fall all the way down, and then immediately hold right. And then this menu right here, you want to equip Creaking Skull, which is just to the right on this blue soul menu. And then your Copper Plate, which is just to the right again. And then sleep. And here's a new Manticore Manip as well. So for this first room, let me make a save state here. For this first room, you just want to hold right all the way through. This should work every time. Another save state here. So that first room, you should never mess up. And then right here, you need to do something called a boosted backdash. So in this game, there's normal backdash where you just backdash, but if you attack and then immediately backdash, you like start the attack animation and then get a longer backdash, and that burns more random numbers. Also, I totally forgot to mention, I have the RNG in the top left and a room timing script in the top right. I'm sure you noticed that. So I'll link the speedrun.com resources in the description where you can get both of these scripts. If you're struggling with one of these manips, you can reference this video, see if you're getting the right RNG in the correct places, and if you're not, you can assess what's happening before you see the wrong value, which should be helpful. Alright, so you enter, do a boosted backdash, and then immediately when you walk off this ledge, right when you fall off the ledge, you want to activate Creaking Skull and attack right at the same time. Make sure that's not too late. Also, if you backdash and then attack, this is what it looks like. That means you attacked too late. The attack needs to be before the backdash. So that's the beginning of it. Let me just show you the whole manip all the way through, and then I'll walk it through. Perfect. So, a couple moving parts here. The first thing you want to watch out for is, obviously, you don't want to activate Creaking Skull too early or too late, because if you activate it too early, you'll see you like walk off this ledge like that, and that can cause it to mess up. It can still work sometimes, but you want to make sure you're completely off the ledge, not doing that like walking, falling animation. So watch out for that. Like, this could still work, but it's a little bit less likely. That's an easy pitfall to watch out for. Another one is, you want to immediately fall through this platform right here. Right when you hit it, you need to fall through it. As quick as possible. Because if you take too long, it can mess up the beginning cycle. Also, make sure you fall directly down. Don't move at all after you fall. So you don't want to be holding right after you get hit by this spinny guy, because you can like slide too far on the platform. Also, even just not falling through the platform quick enough can make you kind of slide, and that messes up your position. Alright, and then right here, you want to think of this first attack cycle as like two different parts. You have the 2 attacks at the beginning, and then you have the 3 attacks after that, that's with a slight delay between. Those 3 attacks after the first 2, those need to start after the Manticore starts using his tail attack. Because if you just do 5 in a row with no spacing, he's just going to walk directly into you. I can show you that. Mess that up. God, I like can't even do it wrong here. Oh my goodness. Or if you miss the first attack, then he'll be walking into you. Like that, just like that. So that 3rd attack was too early, so he just kept walking. Whereas if I delay a little bit, that was even too quick. Let me delay a bit. He starts the tail attack. You like don't even have enough time to react to him starting the tail attack. You just have to delay a little bit, and the 3rd attack will come out after he starts it. So try not to play on reaction. And then you're gonna backdash after that 5th attack. Make sure you don't cut the backdash too short, because that won't burn enough random numbers. And then the quickest you can get in, you want to, right after the full backdash, you want to hit him as quick as possible, and then miss an attack as quick as possible, and then wait a little bit, and then miss another attack. That last whiff can be very, very late, and it'll still work. So quick, and then I did that last whiff too early. If you do the last whiff too early, it'll mess it up. So you want to delay that one. So quick, and then miss a little bit later. And you want to be to the left for that last Creaking Skull hit, because the Creaking Skull hit needs to hit the spinny guy at the top. I believe it needs to hit the Manticore body and the tail as well. Let me double check that. Yeah. So just make sure you're far left enough that it's going to hit the little Rotato guy. And that's Manticore Manip. Simple enough. Again, if you're messing something up that I didn't talk about here, just watch the RNG, install the RNG RAM wash, and you can just reference the video and record your gameplay and such. And you should be able to figure it out. Or I will link the Discord in the description as well. If you really can't figure it out, just join the Discord. We are willing to help anytime. So that'll be part 1. The next part we will go over study, and we'll go up to the arena. So we'll go through the study, the great armor, and the movement up to the arena.